This is my recap of Botched. I assume this is still season 2. I'm going to call it season 2, episode 7, House of Horror. They moved it from Tuesday night to Sunday night, which unfortunately is not good for me. I'm gone like every other weekend for the next like 6 weeks. So my recaps for this show will be late half of the time, including this week because it kind of caught me off guard when a new episode popped up. So, and if you didn't watch my last recap, I'm in a new room. You can see some of my art, and I'll try to kind of give you a tour of the house room by room. Anyway, we have Denise, who went to some place that they colloquially call the House of Horrors to have her breasts and nose redone, and she's basically lucky to be alive. They just basically drugged her with pills and then did her surgery horribly. She had like a square boob, and then and I guess removed most of the cartilage in her nose, and then called it good and was like, bye. Let's see. Sarah came from England. We all know who she is. She's going for eternal youth. I didn't know her story, though, until this year, which is that she, when she was 29, she was dating a man who was married, and he beat her horribly. They showed a picture, and it was like crazy. Like, I can't believe she lived. Her entire face was deformed. It was awful, awful, awful. And so she's had all this. She went back to school to become a nurse, and she basically traded publicity for work. And she does look very nice, but she's the one who like gave her daughter vouchers for plastic surgery and said that she gave her 15-year-old daughter Botox. And I put Botox in quotes because what she explained is she did technically give her daughter Botox, but it was, you can use Botox for either muscle relaxants for like your face to keep like the scrunchy here, the scrunchy here, the scrunchy here, or basically anywhere. But it can also be used for other things. It can be used in the vocal cords for stuttering. It can be used, I think it's on the base of the neck for migraines. It can also be used in the sweat glands to help with people who have hyper sweating. So if you're people who have chronic sweating in their hands or their armpits, which I used to have. Anyway, what it says is that her daughter was a competitive dancer and she had this sweating problem, so she got Botox for the sweating. That's what she says. They did, I don't have a stake in this, so I don't know if that's true or not, but Dr. Paul did say that he's against kids having elective plastic surgery, which I totally agree. I mean, what an awful thing to teach your child, like, as your parent, that you're not good enough for them. But if it's for something like that, I can see a little difference, Anyway, so that's what they have. She is not going to get any plastic surgery. I don't remember what she wanted. I think she just wanted to be on TV. But they said she had a facelift, and they said, if you do it anymore, it's going to be pulled, and you look very nice. And she does look very good. When I saw, I was kind of like, about her, But then when I saw the pictures of how badly she was beat, I'm like, holy cow, she looks amazing for someone who had, like, this socket was broken. I mean, it was a big mess. Anyway. And then Tanya, it's actually a really sad story. So when she was a child, she had all the stomach pain, and they eventually found that she had an ovarian tumor, and they removed it and left this big jagged scar across her stomach. And then they gave her psychological damage by saying that it was her twin. And in the uterus there was another child, and anyway, so she always kind of felt like she was missing this twin. What they explained to her is that it was a twin in the sense that it was her own identical tissue, but it was not it was never another living person. And so I was like, oh, that's so great that she's had this emotional psychological scarring going on, believing that she had a sibling that was lost in the womb, when really that's not exactly what happened. And so what a way to find out, though, on TV and all that. Anyway, so they did a tummy tuck, and she looked great. It seemed to really help with her self-confidence and stuff. And it was a little real, though. I felt very bad for her in the sense that she was very, very upset. She's a beautiful, beautiful girl. So there you go. That's Botched.